Hi, I'm Dr. Paul. Welcome to the Body Intelligence Center, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 things that you need to know about neuropathy. Now, neuropathy, basically is your nerves are out of whack and you're getting symptoms, either tingling, numbness, pain. It could even be weakness. It could be cold or hot sensations, prickly feelings, and those are the things that happen when you put pressure on a nerve. Now, the cause of that pressure is varied, and so what you need to do is identify the cause. So the first thing that you need to do is figure out what the problem is by doing the appropriate testing. So in my clinic, I encourage you to get baseline metabolic testing. Okay, that means let's get a complete picture of how your body's working. Now, what is your body concerned about? Is it concerned about pain, or is it concerned about the liver? Is it concerned about neuropathy or nerve feelings, or is it concerned about the brain or the heart? So my point is that pain or neuropathy is secondary to the function of the vital organs of your body. And so when your body is out of balance or sick in those areas that are vital organs, then it's not going to care about the pain. It's going to focus on the heart or focus on the liver, and you'll start having symptoms as a result. So what you want to do is fix the health, and it doesn't really matter what the symptoms are, because the symptoms will usually go away on their own when you fix the main issues. So let's talk about what kind of baseline testing we do. We do cancer baseline testing, autoimmune testing, inflammatory testing, and it's important to do those because if you don't get a baseline of where, for example, your heavy metal testings, what heavy metals are in your body, then how do we know what the cause of the problem is? Heavy metals cause inflammatory issues, and so we want to do that baseline testing first. And in our office, we do blood work, we do hair analysis, we do urine testing for heavy metals by reputable, probably the most reputable labs in the world. And we give it to you at a discounted price because we do so much of it. So let's start off with that baseline testing first to see what's going on in the body. With regard to lifestyle issues, one of the things that we want to encourage always is to not be sedentary. If you're sitting a lot, unfortunately I have to do research, and so I'm sitting more, but I drink a lot of water, so I'm out to the bathroom, every hour. And so, everyone is busy. I'm busy too. And so what we want to do is learn how to utilize your time more effectively. I do squats while I'm brushing my teeth. I know it kind of sounds silly, but otherwise I just don't get it done. Go play with your kids. We're severely lacking playtime outside. Would you agree? We do a lot of screen time, and screen times include sitting and being sedentary. Our world is in front of the screen, and so I really discourage too much screen time. Get a pedometer, use a Fitbit. If you can't do weight bearing, walking and running, do swimming. You can do whole body vibration, and limits the amount of things that this actually should go on to the dietary section, which we'll talk about in a second. Limit the amount of alcohol and caffeine as well. So that's basic some lifestyle recommendations regarding neuropathy. Just on a side, I find so much vitamin D deficiency, and when you go out and play with your kids and with your grandkids, guess what? You get out in the sun, you get more vitamin D. Now, is that enough? Usually not anyways, but it's better because you're getting some. And I probably have found 99% of my patients that come in here, they have pain, they have issues, they have something going on with their body. I would say 99% plus are deficient in vitamin D. So it's a simple test. It's included in our blood findings. As an aside, if you want to bill your insurance company for your blood findings, I would encourage you not to do that, just because we had one patient that was charged $3,000 more plus for to submit their blood findings to the insurance company, and if they didn't get reimbursed, guess what? That's $3,000 out of pocket for them. Our baseline testing for the blood is a minimum of $268. So just as an aside, the next thing that we want to talk about is lifestyle. I'm sorry, dietary. So here we see high glycemic grains. Such a big issue nowadays because our blood sugar levels in most of us are whacked out, right? Just because we're having too much high glycemic foods. Grains are probably the biggest culprit in terms of bread, pasta, uh, donuts, pizza, etc. The next thing is high glycemic other foods, which would include rice or any flour products. So you got to be careful of those. Watch out for excessive artificial sweeteners. Do the research that you can on artificial sweeteners, because that can cause chemical issues in the body and toxify your liver and other organs as well. You want to have a good balance of omega-3 and omega-6 and omega-9 and omega-7 fatty acids. You can get it in these foods listed on your screen. You want to use olive oil, coconut oil, macadamia nut oil. Use it in low heat. You want to use oils that are healthy. Now, low heat I emphasize because if you buy that container of oil in the market that's in a clear container, you've already defeated the purpose. That clear container has letting light come in, which oxidizes the oil, and that's what causes issues in the body or aging. Oxidation is like rust to metal. Oxidation is aging to the body. So we want to avoid oxidized, heated, overheated oils and use low heat when you're cooking with these oils. You want to have high quality protein at every meal. I find that most of my patients, now you can go aboard, you can go, you fall off the cliff in the other opposite direction and just have all meat and have too much meat as well. That's not good either. You want to balance it out with a ton of vegetables. Snack on vegetables, anti-inflammatory berries, small amounts of raw nuts, olives or avocados. You can use bars that are allowed. Now, it's hard to find good bars. I like using Designs for Health bars. I use Ideal Protein. It does have Splenda in it, but my goal with people that are on weight loss is to get the job done and then wean off, because I've seen we've lost over 9,000 pounds here, 10,000 pounds probably, and everyone that gets on the program, Splenda or not, soy or not, they're getting off their drugs. They feel better. Their acid reflux is going down. Their high blood pressure is going down. That's a win situation, whether you're on Splenda or not. I don't recommend you doing 3 foods of Splenda for the rest of your life, no. But it's accomplishing the job to get them hope, because when they're coming in, they're 100 pounds, 50 pounds, 20 pounds overweight. They're, when you're 20 pounds, you're usually not hopeless, but when you're 50 pounds or 100 pounds overweight, you are hopeless. You're out of control. And so getting the job done is on top of the list. Healthy protein shakes are important after that. After you lose the weight, after you get healthy, you need, on your journey to health, I recommend protein shakes that are easily digestible. I use Designs for Health pure paleo protein, which is from grass-fed, extract from grass-fed cows, and it tastes great, chocolate and vanilla. And I would recommend 1 meal replacement a day. If you're not trying to lose weight, 1 meal replacement a day just to reduce calories, and that helps with getting you on your journey to health if you don't need to lose weight. Just 1 meal replacement a day. I recommend supplementation. There's tons of information you can look up online. There's tons of research. I recommend phosphatidylserine, which is great for the brain, which is your biggest nerve, right? Acetyl L-carnitine, which is great again for brain and neuropathy. I've had one patient that she's in her 70s, and she's always, for the last couple of years, she's been struggling with memory issues, and she's so frustrated because it's affecting her life. It's affecting her ability to do things. She's active. She doesn't want to lose that activity level, but when she can't remember, it's so frustrating to her, and she comes here crying sometimes. And just after 2 weeks being on acetyl L-carnitine, she's starting to notice a difference. GLA, which is a omega-6 essential fatty acid. I recommend an overall fatty acid that includes the other omegas as well, but sometimes you need to do temporary just omega-6 GLA, which has been found in the research to help with neuropathy. And then if those things aren't helping, people come in. I recommend people come in regardless, getting adjusted regularly. We do cranial work, powerful, around the biggest nerve, the brain, because of old head injuries. One, you know, you don't. There's so many times I ask, have you ever hit your head hard? Have you had concussions? And no one ever remembers, right? And then they ask their mom and their dad if they're still alive, and they go, "Oh yeah, don't you remember that time?" And it matches with what I'm finding on the head, because the head ends up being super tight after an injury. My one of my children was born cesarean, and her head was super tight after that because the normal procedure of going out of the vaginal canal was not there, and so her skull was just locked in place, and so I had to adjust her just because she had a cesarean surgery. So, you know, uh, she was born cesarean, and so basically, it's important to have your cranial system working great. One lady had a severe migraines, throwing up, and that improved at least 50-75% after one treatment, because she was throwing up constantly just because she was having severe headaches. We do chiropractic here, we do acupressure here. Uh, all those things can be beneficial if you need extra help. I'm Dr. Paul. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video.